What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where to Invade. Today, we're starting off with Paladin Traver. He's my soul level 90 build. He's a Paladin, so he uses Lothric's Holy Sword, Twin Prince's Great Sword, Lothric Knight Sword, Silver Knight Shield, Silver Knight Armor, Alva's Helm. Just a very role-play kind of character. And I wanted to do the archives. This is one of my favorite places to invade. Anybody who's ever watched stream knows I spend a lot of time here. I love this place. A lot of that is due to the nature of how vertical it is. I know I say that on almost every video, and so far we've been to a lot of places that allow you to be very sneaky depending on how you use the verticality of the level. Now, in the Grand Archives, I think it's at its peak because you can drop down from all over the fucking place. There's a million drop downs you can take. No host can outrun you to the bonfire. If you've got a silver cat ring, there's almost always a quicker way than whatever elevator they're wanting to take, if you just know where to drop down from. So you'll notice right off the bat here, I'm dragging these guys back and forth into these forbidden books. These books right here, they're full of little Seath hands, and what that is, those are the hands of Seath reaching out to collect his little squiddling women that he made, and they'll curse you. Now, as an invader, they'll also curse you, so you got to be wary of it, but it's always smart to just drag people back and forth through there, and just try and build up that curse. And what'll happen is, you'll see how they're kind of taking it one at a time. They won't come at me en masse. It's because, you know, their curse meter is building up at different intervals, as Seath reaches out from the beyond to try and claim his beloved squiddling waifus. Now here you can see I'm starting to build up quite a bit of curse on myself, so I kind of back up just a little bit. Now all the enemies are dead, except for one Thrall Librarian. He's still alive, and he's gonna come help us a little bit later on. But they've killed all the Lady Librarians, so you know we're not in the best shape. And that invader over there, P.S. He's a Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Arnold. Which one was it that betrayed America? Cumberbatch. Had to have been Cumberbatch. So, the party here, the host and the Phantom, they're gonna have to excuse me for just a minute while I give this man a spanking. You don't get to be stupid and red when I'm in the world. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. You can take that shit to somewhere else. We're here to kill the host, not all this other stupid shit. The problem is, this red, he's a Benedict Cumberbatch, like I said. You see he's red, but we've not seen his true colors, not yet. There, the host and the Phantom took this opportunity to unlock the hidden manga trove inside the Grand Archives. That's probably where they're going to put the Starbucks when Barnes & Noble invariably buys this place. Now this Outrider Knight here, he's a strong enemy and he'll help you out quite a bit, but 2-on-1 there's just not much, you know, he could do. If I had been there to help, we could have really milked that for all he's worth, which is quite a bit because his attacks are so bizarre in nature. He doesn't attack like, you know, with patterns as much or as easily discernible as most of the other enemies here. Like the Lothric Knights are great enemies, but their attacks are so very, you know, patterned out. Like everybody knows exactly, if they see one attack from a Lothric Knight, you know 100% what the next attack is going to be based off that first one, because they don't randomize their attacks at all, and that Outrider Knight is very much the opposite of that. So it turns out that these guys, they've unlocked the secret manga trove, and as a result, now they're summoning a blue. But look who it is. It's P.S. that Benedict Cumberbatch motherfucker. Now he shows his true colors, and his true colors are blue. So we'll go ahead, we'll switch to the Silver Cat Ring. There's the Thrall Librarian I was telling you about. He's gonna help us throw some bombs at this host. At this point I'd already decided, it's like I've only got 3 bombs left, I'm just gonna use them all. I'm just gonna harass them with all the bombs I got, and then we'll go make our final stand with an enemy that's worth a shit. So we hop down here, Silver Cat Ring, keep us from getting damaged. The white followed, but he didn't put the silver cat ring on, so he took a little bit of damage for that. A little bit of damage adds up over time. I head straight this way, back to this Lothric Knight, and he fucking hates Japanese cartoon books, y'all. He's fucking mad about it. You can see PS trying to give me the slow walk there, but what he doesn't know is Paladin Traver doesn't give a shit. He'll just whip out his great bow and try and fuck you up with it. Yeah, this Lothric Knight, he's fucking pissed about manga. He lost his father in a terrible hentai recreation. They found him with 2 shrimps stuck up his butt, and he had died, but the shrimps were still alive. So, you know, the Lothric Knight, what do? He had to raise the shrimp as his brothers that came out of his father's anus. Lothric, straight sword. Oh, it's so good. That laser beam is just so fucking good. But yeah, using the verticality of the level right there and using the stronger enemies that you have in the level really pays off. Now they're scattered about. The strong enemies are, you know, they're never grouped up together, except in the case of the Gargoyles, whom we will see momentarily. Now, in this invasion, everything's already dead right off the bat, so I know this is going to be, and everything's dead in a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Precise manner. Like, they didn't leave anything alive, so I know that I have to get these guys quick. And up here on the rooftops, you have all kinds of awesome escape routes. So you can see I've already got the silver cat ring on. The host has a phantom here. There's another phantom with them, but that gargoyle scared him off in the other direction, towards the other Lothric Knight. That Lothric Knight also on a crusade. He's on a crusade against hentai because of what it did to his little brother. I can't even talk about it. I promised him I would never tell anybody about how they caught his brother fucking a squid. And he got squid herpes, y'all. Squid herpes. So, just terrible shit. Terrible fucking shit that this manga will make you do. You can see the other phantom. He's over there. He's like, come on, guys, this way. But they can't do anything. The gargoyle is chasing him. I'm chasing him. I've still got the silver cat ring on in case they decide to team up on me. But really, that's not an issue because there's only 2 of them. There's 2 gargoyles and they're me. So I mean, you know, these are pretty good odds you've got with those gargoyles, as long as you can get to them. When I finally catch back up to the party, they've all reconvened, and they're fighting the Grand Librarian, Crystal Daughter Krimhild, and her gangbang partners, Axeman and Black Hand. So, we managed to finish off Havel there, because Queen Librarian Krimhild blasted him with Seath's Orgasm right to the face. Crystal Seath Orgasm, it's a powerful spell. Look it up, it's in the lore. So, the host is like trying to get away here and go summon his Havel again. I managed to get on the elevator. I'm not wearing the silver cat ring. The Phantom tried to do the same, but the elevator had gone down far enough that that drop killed him. Even if he'd had the silver cat ring on, it was just like insta-kill, kind of kill box fall. Here you can see I'm playing my big boy, so I want to be on this guy's ass. I'm trying to just get right up on his ass. I don't want there to be any space between my front and his butt. Front to butt is the way you got to play that, unless you're into the butt to butt, but that's for rich old people, and that's a totally different thing. Now, this is a fake big boy, as you can see. He's not even swinging that sword, he just carries it around. Now, you'll run into fake big boys like this quite a bit, and when you do, it's just important that you smack them around and show them what a real big boy can do. Now, this is a terrible place to fight multiple opponents right here. There's too many weird corners. There's too many weird corners in the doorway. These statues make weird corners. So I'm keeping an eye out on that elevator. The Dark Moon shows up, another hentai fan. He's using his iPad as a shield there, but he's not showing us what he's watching. But, you know, I've got $10 says it's Escaflowne. He just looks like that kind of guy. I heard he took his mobile home, and when his parents died, he spent $20,000 turning it into a mecha robot. And he brings girls over, and he has, you know, pretty good numbers, respectable win rate with women when it comes to having a mobile home mech. So, you know, I won't hate on him too much. But I think his laptop, or I'm sorry, his tablet, I think it switched over to hentai right there, because he goes into the corner and just unleashes a powerful Seath's Orgasm. But it's the delayed Seath's Orgasm. I catch him in the corner. What I tell you, man, Those awkward corners. And that'll just finish the host right off right there. But, you know, the secret's out. They've uncovered the manga section of the Grand Archives library. Sif, he hid it away as best he could, but just not good enough. Phantom Guts has returned home, invaded the world, host of Ember's Guts. It's on, y'all. This is a full-blown anime convention at this point. We're gonna have nothing but hentai fans, Berserk fans, Escaflowne fans, Yu Yu Hakusho. This is a motherfucking JoJo's reference. Everything is all bets are off. That's what I'm saying right here. Okay. So we know what to expect. We're gonna see a lot of big boys, but they're Asian big boys, and just on average, the Asian big boys aren't as big as the Western big boys. It's a bit of a stereotype, but in my experience, I find it to be true. So, double big boy pounded right here. We're in a bad spot right off the bat. All the enemies are dead. How do you use the level to your advantage when everything's dead? Like I said, there's not a lot of good enemies anyway, and those that are kind of split up. Now, the shitty enemies, the Thrall Librarians and the Waxhead Librarians, the Bukkake Librarians, in big numbers, they'll help you out quite a bit, but not against multiple people, and especially not against multiple people with big weapons like this. So I dropped down here hoping that the hands of Dewey Decimal might, you know, reach out and fuck that dude up, but it's just not happening. Seat's hands are not working for me today. I do manage to catch him with a backstab. I was punished for playing on expensive library furniture on that bookshelf there. And, you know, I deserved that, to be totally fair. You're not supposed to climb on the furniture, and I did. I'm going to back up into this shadow room. I didn't get a lot of play on this particular session but see how he just threw that bomb at random? It's because in those darkened halls in there, in those dark rooms, it's very hard to actually lock on to an opponent. So, Silvercat Ring. God, look at that. And I made a perfect escape. The host and the Phantom are split up. The Phantom comes after me. He immediately gets guard broken. And now he's dead. And now all we have left is Guts Cosplay #1. So, we've got to finish him off. But yeah, the shadowy room, the dark room with all the crystal lizards in it, that's a great place to fight people, especially mages, because they can't lock onto you from far enough away to be useful. You just got to be careful of a mage who's capable of free aiming. We're showing Guts straight sword hell. We're trying to just beat it into his head. Stop! You know what I mean? Like, you're at a library. You know, we've got Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We've got Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-5. We've got the works of Byron Shelley. We've got the works of fucking, I mean, you name it, and we've got it. And you're up here reading fucking Japanese cartoon coloring books. You gotta turn the pages the wrong way, man. This is just a phase. We all know it's just a phase. He's trying to piss his dad off. Here comes another weeaboo, the anime convention. This guy's using a 50-foot-long Masamune. Shout out to my boy Sephiroth. And the straight sword is faster than the katana, so we're able to beat him on the elevator. We used that elevator very cleverly. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we ran in. The blue followed. That allows us to separate from the host. It's a one-on-one in that elevator, and we can duke it out. I get a lovely round of applause there from Guts, but just as soon as I get rid of one, you know, here comes two more. We managed to punish Guts just a little bit. This guy right here, he's dressed up as a goat head with edgy armor and freed sights. Pretty inventive. The host summoned that Phantom. I hit him with the Millwood bow. Separates them all again. Beautiful, beautiful maneuver, if I don't say so myself. If I do say so myself, and I did. But I won't, and I don't. So, Freed does the only move that people want to do with it, so I poke him and he takes 500 fucking counter damage. If I'd had the Leo ring on, I would have thought about that. I would have put the Leo ring on and just absolutely fucking killed that man. But this works. He's dead. But again, no sooner have I killed him than these other two show up. So I can see the host has not healed, and I start thinking he must be out of Estus. You know, which, when you consider how many people came to this anime convention, it's very possible that, you know, he ran out of Estus sharing with his friends. Now, funny story here, I took the elevator down, and I was going to hop off of it and make sure that they couldn't escape. But instead, I got stuck on the elevator myself, and I had to take it all the way back up. But again, the host is out of Estus. His Phantom doesn't seem to be very aggressive at all. So I poke the host, and he's like, okay, that's it, I'm done. I'm going back on the elevator, and I'm going to summon more Phantoms or some shit. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm able to get on here. You can hear Freed Scythe weapon art going off in the background. They would rather do that. They would rather do that. They would rather just do the weapon art than save their friend. Freed Scythe. Every time. All the time. And that's the end of the anime convention. And when you come back to this library next week, you know what you're going to find? You're going to find some people reading the fucking classics. But that's us for today. See y'all later.